And now, from Honolulu, Hawaii, KGMB 9 News, Hawaii's severe weather station.
Plus, man overboard. One of Hawaii's top naval ships gets a new tool to help them fish a man out of the sea.
The USS Crumlin at Pearl Harbor has a new way to save people who've fallen overboard. The system is called Moby, and it features a small transmitter attached to a life jacket. It activates when it's submersed in salt water for 3 to 5 seconds. Typically, it can take up to 10 minutes for a ship to identify who fell overboard while trying to conduct a visual search. Well, Moby automatically sends a signal to the ship with detailed information.
Just kind of right in the doorway.
The receiver displays, as I mentioned before, the ship type, hull number, and serial number, so the ship can know exactly which person it was that fell off the ship.
So far, only at-risk sailors, those who spend a lot of time on the ship deck, are being outfitted for the devices. Each one costs about $200. The company that makes the Moby says it has plans to make these devices available to the general public.
You're watching KHON2, Hawaii's Morning News, with Kirk Matthews and Tanya Joaquin.
The Navy has unveiled new technology to keep sailors safer at sea. It addresses what to do in the event of a man overboard, something that doesn't happen often, but when it does, can have serious consequences.
This is home away from home for thousands of sailors and Marines. Every year, the Navy estimates about 50 fall overboard. Of those, 10 to 12 are lost at sea.
Man overboard, man bears.
Until now, the Navy relied on the eyes and ears of the crew. A crew member who witnessed it would visually point out the sailor's location in the water.
The problem arises when a man falls over the side and then we don't hear him or we don't see him. Then we may not know until the next morning that this person has fallen over the side.
23 McTaggart, 121.
This is the modern answer to the problem, the ORCA Man Overboard Identification System, or Moby. Crew members working on the flight deck will be outfitted with a transmitter. Within seconds of contact with water, the transmitter will send a signal back to the receiver.
The receiver is the alerting component of the system. That will give the data regarding who fell in the water, which ship the person was off of.
The system proved its worth during testing in 2002 on the USS Abraham Lincoln. A sailor who fell from the Lincoln in the Persian Gulf was recovered safely within minutes.
You go through a man overboard event, and everything stops on the ship for the time being, and it takes a while to muster everybody to find out who that is.
I believe that we'll see very few people lost at sea if this system works as advertised, and as I heard, it does. So.
Costs average about $200 per crew member. The USS Crumlin is one of the first ships to receive the system at Pearl Harbor.